Have you ever caught yourself scrolling through those perfect vacation photos on social media and felt a little sting of curiosity? You see the private jets or the brand new Teslas, and you cannot help but wonder where exactly you fit into the whole American wealth puzzle. Maybe you are lying in bed right now, staring at your phone screen and trying to calculate if you are ahead or behind everyone else your age. It is a heavy feeling that keeps many of us up at night. We hear terms like middle class or wealthy all the time, but what do they actually mean in real dollars? Today I am going to pull back the curtain on the secret numbers that define our financial lives. I am Siraz Patwari, and welcome to my channel, where we talk about the real story of building wealth. If you want to know exactly how you compare to the rest of the country, then you are in the right place. Some of these numbers might make you feel amazing, while others might be a major wake-up call. But before we get into the data, I want to ask you a question. What does being wealthy actually look like to you? Is it a giant mansion, or just the ability to go on vacation without checking your bank balance? The truth is that wealth in America is nothing like what we see in the movies. Understanding these tiers is not just about curiosity, because it gives you a real map for your own journey. If you want to get in shape, you check your weight. So if you want to get rich, you have to know the benchmarks. Please take a second to subscribe and like this video if you want more honest talk about money. Let's start with a number that might actually blow your mind. The Federal Reserve recently found that the median household net worth in America hit about $192,000. That is a huge 37% jump in just a few years, which is the fastest growth we have seen since the 80s. But there is a massive catch here that reveals how strange our economy really is. While the median is around $193,000, the average net worth is over $1 million. Think about that for a moment, because it is a wild statistic. The average is 5 times higher than the median. Imagine a room where half the people are under 5 feet tall, but the average height is somehow 8 feet. That only happens if you have some giants in the room pulling that average way up. That is exactly what is happening with money in the United States right now. The top 1% of families hold nearly 32% of all the wealth in the entire country. Imagine a party with 100 people and 100 pizzas. If just 3 people own 32 of those pizzas, the rest of the group is left fighting over the crumbs. This massive concentration of money creates very specific tiers that determine your opportunities and your future. Let's look at the first tier, which is often called the lower class or the poverty class. If your net worth is anywhere between $0 and $16,900, this is where you land. The median net worth for people in this group is only about $6,000. Think about that, because $6,000 is less than what some people spend on a single luxury vacation. Now, do not feel too bad if you are here, because life happens to everyone. A young person fresh out of college might have a negative net worth because of student loans, but they are not stuck there forever. You could be dealing with medical bills or a divorce that reset your finances. But the real struggle here is the behavior of living paycheck to paycheck. When you have no savings, every small emergency feels like a disaster. You might have to use high-interest credit cards or payday loans just to survive, which makes it even harder to get out. It is a sad reality that being poor in America is actually very expensive. You cannot buy in bulk to save money, and you cannot put down large deposits for better rates. It is a constant cycle that requires a lot of strength to break. Moving up the ladder, we find the lower middle class. This group has a net worth between $16,000 and $43,000. The median for this specific tier is around $61,000. This group is usually filled with hard-working people, like technicians or service workers who have steady jobs. They might own a modest home and have a small retirement account started through work. They are doing better than the tier below them, but they are still very vulnerable. One job loss or one hospital visit could send them back into a financial crisis. These people are often in a tough spot because they earn too much to get government help, but they do not earn enough to feel truly safe. They have to be incredibly careful with every single dollar they spend because there is almost no room for mistakes. Then we have what many call the backbone of the country, which is the true middle class. Their net worth usually ranges from about $58,000 up to $169,000. The median for this group is around $145,000. This is the classic American dream tier, where people own their homes and have solid retirement accounts. They can take a nice vacation once a year, and they do not have to panic if the car breaks down. But even here, there is a lot of variation. Someone at the lower end might still feel a bit of pressure, while someone at the top end is feeling quite comfortable with multiple investments. The thing that unites the middle class is their ability to plan for the future while paying their bills today. They are not just surviving, but they are also not rich enough to stop worrying about money entirely. They are in the sweet spot where being disciplined can eventually lead to real wealth. Now we get to the part where the numbers start to get really interesting. Let's talk about the upper middle class, which is often called the mass affluent. If your net worth is between $500,000 and $2 million, then you have joined this club. This is where people really start to feel successful, even though they are technically not rich by American standards yet. There is a funny term that financial experts use for many people in this group. They call them Henrys, which stands for high earners not rich yet. It sounds like a joke, but it is a real category of professionals like doctors and lawyers. These are households earning over $140,000 a year. They live in the best neighborhoods and send their kids to great schools without a second thought. They can max out their retirement accounts easily. But here is the crazy part, because many of these people do not feel wealthy at all. Why is that? It is because of something called lifestyle inflation. As they made more money, they also spent more money. That used car became a luxury SUV, and the small apartment became a big house with a huge mortgage. Suddenly, they are earning 3 times what they used to, but they still feel like they are living paycheck to paycheck. This is one of the biggest traps in the country. People assume that a high income equals wealth, but that is only true if you keep your spending in check. The upper middle class also loves real estate as a way to build their fortune. They look for tax advantages and rental income to keep growing their net worth. But they also pay the highest tax rates and get no help from the government, so they have to be totally self-reliant. Once you pass the $2 million mark, you are entering truly wealthy territory. The upper class starts at a net worth of about $2.65 million. If you are between that and $5.8 million, you are wealthy, but you might not be living like a movie star. You have the luxury cars and the big house, but you are probably still working and checking your budget. You are rich, but you still have to think about money. The real gap happens when we talk about the top 1%. To get into this group, you need at least $5.8 million. Some experts say you actually need closer to 10 or 12 million, depending on how you measure it. Reaching this level means your money is making more money than most people earn at a full-time job. Your investments alone could support several middle-class families forever. Then there is the top 0.1%, which requires a staggering $62 million. These are business founders and heirs to massive family fortunes. They have access to secret investment worlds like private equity and hedge funds that the rest of us never see. What is wild is how fast the ladder grows as you move up. The gap between middle class and upper middle class is a few $100,000. But the gap between the top 1% and the top 0.1% is tens of millions. This is why even a millionaire can feel poor if they are hanging out with billionaires. It is all about who you compare yourself to. Location also changes everything. Being rich in a small town in Tennessee is very different from being rich in New York City. In some states, you need to earn $1 million a year just to be in the top 1% of earners. In other states, that threshold is less than half of that. A $2 million net worth makes you royalty in the Midwest, but it might only buy you a modest apartment in Manhattan. Understanding this is a huge part of making smart financial choices. Some people chase high salaries in expensive cities, but they would actually be richer if they moved to a cheaper area. So where does this leave you today? Whether you are feeling happy with your progress or realized you have a long way to go, remember that these tiers are not permanent. People move up and down these categories all the time. The difference usually comes down to simple behaviors that anyone can learn. The most important lesson is knowing the difference between looking wealthy and actually being wealthy. We live in a culture that wants us to buy things to look successful. People go into debt for cars and houses just to impress others. But truly wealthy people often live very simply. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in the 50s for $31,000. He is worth over $100 billion and could buy a new mansion every day, but he chooses not to. He understands that every dollar spent is a dollar that cannot grow into more money later. Wealth is a marathon, and it is built through discipline and patience. Whether you are at $6,000 or $60 million, remember that your financial story is still being written. If this breakdown helped you see where you stand, please hit that subscribe button for more videos. Your journey to the next tier starts with the decisions you make today.